Hello. Uh-oh. Stream elements is not having the chat disappear. Let me fix that. In the meantime, how are we? I am okay. Just okay. Could be better. What the fuck? Heard something. Anyway. Give me, like, a little bit. Just... There we go. Don't know why it was like that. Okay, so couple things. Firstly, I've got some alarms. Secondly, I've been going back and getting a couple of jobs that I missed. If you're an OG, you'll remember that I actually started as thaumaturge. Decided to pick it back up, and also tried to make a little bit of a Renoa cosplay. Renoa from 8. And then we've got Arcanist, which is Yuna, with the ultimate goal of making, getting Summoner. I wish Summoner had a staff, but because Yuna, her weapon was a staff in 10, but that's fine. Paladin. Nothing in particular. I just was kind of throwing shit at the wall in terms of glamour. But I like what I've got going. We've got an Aerith cosplay. Let's see, what else? Monk. Tifa from Advent Children. There's a particular set of pants that I want that have like an apron front, which would suit the look that I'm going for much better, but it's fun. Dancer, I'm pretty sure I've showed this off, but it's supposed to be Akita Neru, or Yellow Miku. And then I made a Yuna from 10-2 Glamour. Not fully sold on the gloves. It's work in progress, but look at Red Mage though. Look at this. Look at this. Beautiful. Dark Knight I've already showed. Gunbreaker hasn't changed. Dragoon. Look at this. It's peak. At some point I'm also going to upgrade my Gaybolg. So it'll be the glowing variant. I'm not gonna go up to Longinus, which is the step after the upgraded Gaybolg variants. I want to keep Gaybolg. Longinus, I don't know, doesn't have the same sauce. But I do want glowing. Speaking of glowing, I participated in a hide and seek thing. And this is the sword I got. Look at that shit. And ninja hasn't changed. I have been pumping into upgrading into upgrades for my weapons, but anyway. Let's get to it. I fucking love the parasol. Shout out to Tap for recommending that parasol initially. Oh, actually, real quick, before I do anything, do you want to see where I hid? So, let's see. Up there was off limits. So I improvised. Now if I remember my pathing. Actually, let's ninja. Let's see. No, it wasn't this way. It's like... The, the, the ground collision for the ropes seems very generous. No, and then I went this way. Uh... And then... Yeah. Here we go. I was back in here. It's quite fun. Anyway. Like, I like the Mountain Chromite blade, which was the blade glamour I had been using. But... Glowy sword. Did you consider that? Yuna, my fears have become reality. Members of the Seki Segumi are deserting, one after another. Finding out that I am Ugetsu's sister, and you Musosai's pupil, has shattered their faith in our cause. With so many gone, we haven't the strength to face the insurgents. We have to convince them to return somehow. Let's turn this down slightly. There's no two ways about my connection to Ugetsu, but if we can dispel the stigma surrounding Master Musosai at least, they may yet have a change of heart. I require but a chance to speak my piece. Will you help me round up our disillusioned comrades? I will look around the barracks in the north side of town, if you could focus your search on the south. Okay. Say you bested the lieutenant, but I'll be damned if you didn't use dirty tricks you learned from the craven Musosai. The captain calls? What's the insurgent's sister want now? Might as well see what sort of lame excuse she's got in store. Ooh, I love those. What? Oh, those are sick. Oh, there you are. What do you want, Ijin? I have naught to say to the likes of you. Captain desires a chance to explain? Well, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to hear her out. They say that shit like a slur. And it might actually be. I don't know. Look, it's not like I mistrust you and the captain. It's just I can't work up the will to fight anymore. She wants to talk, does she? Well, I doubt anything she says will change my mind, but I'll go along with it for now. Okie dokie. Thanks for your help, Yuna. Let's begin before they change their minds. Hear me, my comrades. In our nation, Musasai is a name that evokes loathing. All I know that... Oh. Oh, hold on. Oh, I turned on auto cutscene, but naught could be further from the truth, for Musosai ever taught that a samurai's calling is to preserve order. However, Ugetsu seeks to do the very opposite. In bringing down the Bakufu, he means to usher in such chaos as to trigger another age of blood. Ugetsu may have trained under Musosai, but he was no true pupil of his. Nay, his true pupil stands before you now, and she, like her master did, wields her katana to protect the peace. Bah, protect the peace, you like to say, but what did Musosai ever do to protect the peace? Can you tell us that? I would ask the same question. All we know is that he challenged warriors the realm over and never once was defeated. An impressive feat, to be sure, but it's neither here nor there. It takes strength to protect the peace. As we strive to hone our skills through rigorous training, Musasai honed his through duels. He went on a quest to right wrongs as Kogarashi. What? Wait a second. The Kogarashi? The mystery samurai who roamed the land smiting the wicked when I was little? The man who protected the weak and punished common crooks and great lords alike before vanishing into the wind? It was Musasai all along? I became a samurai because of him. Me too. Kogarashi was my hero. I wanted to change the world like him. Looking back, it was when I first heard tell of Kogarashi that the desire to take up the katana took root in my heart. I had known that Master Musasai journeyed the land with my brother, but to think that he did so as Kogarashi. Could the experience have pushed Ugetsu to his extreme beliefs? Very well, Captain. We were wrong about Musasai, but what have you to say for yourself? That's right, we haven't forgotten about that. Your brother's the bastard that's trying to tear down our nation. How can we trust you? Ah, enough. Been biting my tongue, but I can't stand it anymore. Oh, Welcome. Hello there, Yuna. Fancy seeing me here, I shouldn't doubt. Yeah, the idea occurred to me to visit Musasai's homeland, you see, and you know how spontaneous I can be. But what do I find upon arriving but this painful display of narrow-mindedness? The old man would be turning in his grave. What the hell's are you? Who I am, doesn't matter. What matters is what I did, and that was to journey with Yuna and Musasai on a quest to right wrongs. You've established that you all respect and admire Musasai, who happens to be your childhood hero, Kogarashi. Well, you should know what he used to always say about his own countrymen. When you're so focused on a person's worth, you blind yourselves to his true worth. It's so blatant obvious, I can't believe I have to say this, but having a villain for a brother doesn't make Makoto a villain. In spite of their relationship, she opposes him for God's sake. Now, get yourselves. I know you were born into samurai families, but through hard work you've made it this far. Become who you wanted to be. What Makoto has done is no different. Like you, she's broken free of the shackles of her birth to live a life of her own choosing. By the Kami, why could I not see this? After all we've been through together as comrades. Damn it, you're right. How many times have I had to put up with scorn because I came from a poor village? But there I was dealing that scorn to the captain. Strike me down for a fool. I've always despised this aspect of our culture, yet all this time I remained its unwitting prisoner. Come, my friends, let us bring back those of us who are still at large. We have a battle to win and peace to protect. You're the gentleman from the inn in Olda. I owe you a debt of gratitude. Oh, don't mention it. I'm a showmaster by trade, and words are my domain. Swords? Not so much, so I'll bow out here. Ooh, I think I'll go and take a dip in one of those hot springs I've heard so much about. The rest I'd leave in your capable hands, Yuna. Or to stop to Ugetsu and give the old man the peace he deserves. You got it, bro. The appointed hour is nigh. Let us make for the field of battle, for the Isle of Beko. Uh... Oh yeah, I forgot I fully unlocked light in this region. We All wayward members are returned, and all with their resolve restored. Let us go and face Ugetsu. Will this false peace continue? Will the fires of true change sweep across the land? Today we decide Hingashi's history. Today we decide whose path is right. Musa's sides or mine? There is but one among you worthy of being my opponent. She who trained under mine own master. Come, Yuna, show me the strength of your conviction. I notice there's a very strong yellow hue in OBS. I'll have to take a look at the color correction. Oh. I was worried I wasn't out of the way. Damn it. Jesus. Oh, I'm locking in way really hard. Dude, what the fuck? Wow. Ugh. That was something. That sword, dude. Why do you stay your blade? It is over. The heavens have chosen. Now, strike me down. A samurai must be decisive. Finish me, or I shall finish you. Yeah, damn. Good. You've grown strong, little sister. Come, my friends. Let us return to the barracks. Did it. Excuse me. Wow. Succeeded in quelling a major threat to the nation, and it was in no small part to you, Yuna. You have my eternal gratitude. While not all insurgents are accounted for, without a leader to unite them, they will eventually scatter to the winds. As for me, my appointment as captain of the Seki Segumi has since been made official. It is a heavy burden, but I swear to bear it with honor and live up to Captain Kongo's faith in me. Meanwhile, the revelation of Kogarashi's true identity has been doing its rounds of our order. It would seem that nigh all of our younger members idolized him and joined out of the desire to make a difference. In embarking upon his quest, I believe that Master Musasai in part wished to sow the seeds of a new generation. Ugetsu sought the quick path to change and cared not that it was fraught with strife and suffering. He saw Hinkashi as a dilapidated house fit only to be torn down. But Master Musasai sought to restore this house, board by board, nail by nail, one injustice at a time, even should it take several lifetimes. To ensure that his legacy lives on, I will embark upon my own quest of change here in Kugane. And I pray that you will do the same, no matter where your road takes you. By facing your brother, pupil, and more. Oh. Oh. Uh, do I have space in my armory chest? I don't. Okay. I'll go to the inn. Now let's take a look at the gear. So, I mean... This, for me, is... Like, this is it for me. This, like... For samurai. But... I'll take a look at it. Okay. Pretty nice. I like it. Should probably. Should probably look into higher level. Yeah. Higher level accessories. also, I wanted to do... yeah. Hmm. That's it. Oh, I also wanted to do... Oh, where's... Here we go. That's it. Who else had a job quest? Stro? What level is this job quest? It is... Oh, 68 and 70. Okay. Oh, well, we'll do both. We'll do both. I have some good news and some bad news, you know. The bad news is a 37th reading of my great-grandfather's tomes failed to reveal anything about the bonds that the previous 36 readings had not. The good news, if you can call it that, is that we did discover where Grandmaster Kazan conducted his training when he was a youth. How does this help us? Good question. I'm still not completely certain myself, but it is more than we had the last time you were here, and an ounce of hope is better than none at all, so... What do you say, friend? Are you up for a journey across the Ruby Sea? Ha ha. I knew you couldn't turn me down. Still, the road ahead won't be easy. Yansha is large, and the scars of war run deep along the Ginsui chain. It may be that which might have helped has already been claimed by Flame. We'll have to place faith in our fortunes and hope they guide us true. I have decided that we shall begin our search in Namai for the reason that, well, there's no reason, but you have to start somewhere, eh? I shall meet you there. Safe journeys, Yuna. The air is heavy with mist, and these shacks probably let in more rain than they keep out. Something like a tome wouldn't survive a single moon here, let alone the decades since my great-grandfather's training. Still, a few words with the village elders provided an interesting bit of information. It required some coaxing. Several were able to recall memories of robed seers who resided in a nearby temple. A temple that was in use right up until the Garlean invasion and the subsequent banning of all religion. Building, called the Swallow's Compass, while since abandoned, still remains in good repair. But listen to this. Locals avoid it for fear of disturbing the spirits with which they believe the geomancers communed. You know what that means? There could still be something left inside. Um, uh... Oh. How do I... Um... Ow. That is still quite a ways out. Can I even get there? Because there have been a lot of... There have been a lot of walls and gates. Oh, ether. Gimme. Gimme. Oh. Okay, I'm fairly certain I can do this. I don't know. I don't. Fairly certain. The Swallow's Compass. Built during the rule of the first Delman King. I took the liberty to explore the grounds before you arrived and discover the store. I know, it pales in comparison to that impressive gate behind us, compelling any normal thief or bandit to dismiss it outright. But then why erect a geomantic field to protect it? I sense the flow of powerful energies here. Whatever lies behind this door, the geomancers wanted to keep it safe. In fact, there may even be traps, which is why only I should attempt a crossing of the threshold. I mean, who knows what terrible guardians have been summoned to protect this temple? Oh, oh lord. Um, I am not doing a whole lot of damage, huh? Oh, at least we were able to out heal. Ah. Well, I guess now we know what terrible guardians were summoned to protect the temple. You'll also be happy to hear I was able to temporarily nullify the barrier, granting access into the chamber beyond. So there may be more traps. I ask that you wait out here to deal with them for me. Just kidding. I've already checked. There are no more traps. Probably. Fortune is with us, Yuna. Scrolls were intact, the barrier having protected them from both the elements and thieves. Took some searching, but I believe I was able to locate several that touch upon the laying of geomantic bonds. At least I think I was able to. The script on these scrolls is old and faded, not to mention written in a hand far beyond my comprehension. Luckily, Master Murakumo is almost as ancient as the tomes, and should have little difficulty prizing out their secrets. A decanter or six of hot sake and he'll warm to the task. I'll see you back at the Shiokaze hostelry, Yuna. I'll even save you a cup. Oh. Oh, dude, I haven't had a good sake in a very long time, actually. Oh, you're upstairs, probably. Yeah. Yokuho, the Westerner, has joined us. Might I suggest you do the same? I... Oh, my apologies, Yuna. You may want to sit down for this. Or... doesn't matter. Nothing really matters, does it? Scrolls. They contain knowledge of the complete ritual. In fact, it was in the very first one. Hmm. Just our luck, right? Wind, water, earth. Creation of the bonds calls for the energies of all three. But this much, even a first-year novice at geomancy could tell you. No, what gave us pause was a mention of a fourth energy, an energy to render the seal permanent. Kyokoho. Life. Don't you see, Yuna? They spilled living blood to complete the ritual. They damned a soul to an eternity without peace so that their magics would not fade. I now understand why Grandmaster Kazan left no notes on the rites. Did not wish this knowledge to fall in the wrong hands. And because he never performed the rites himself, the bonds anchoring the barrier around Kugane were never completed. That is why they required constant attention. No blood was spilled to make them everlasting. My great-grandfather would not sacrifice even a single life to achieve his ends, and neither will I. That's enough, Kyokuho. It'll be time to think on this one with the morrow. Return to Kogane Dori and see if you can find some solace in sleep. Man. Couldn't we theoretically, I don't know, swap out the life element for something something astrology? I failed, just as did my great-grandfather and my grandfather after him. We all knew the one means of creating a flawless barrier, and none of us could bring ourselves to it. And lo, the bonds we fortified but several nights passed. Already have they begun to loosen and fray. They were weak for overlong, allowing Kinko to regain her strength, to mend her wounds, to feed her anger. Now there is naught we can do but watch as she gathers her minions for a final assault on the land she once ruled. Gane does not stand a chance. Now would be a good time for us to stumble across that hope Lady Liveva's reading promised would be at the end of this road to destruction. Yuna, thank the stars you are finally here. Buddy. Bro. Actually, now would be a good time to take a look at color correction, because it looks really yellow-hued. Oh, no. That way. And still a little strong. No. Nope. Nope. Uh, yeah, I'll handle you in a second, but... Okay, that looks better. Yuna. Oh, yeah, already. It's been almost 4 bells since Master Murakumo left on his daily inspection of the bonds. Most likely just stopped to warm his belly along the way, but I can't help wondering if it's something worse. Will you help me search for the old man? We can start at the closest shrine in Rakasui Gardens. Udoku? My favorite number game. Well, any sign of him? Where could he be? I don't suppose he tried anything foolish, do you? With the bonds as weak as they are, any manner of disturbance could rouse the golden fox, and the master is no longer of an age to defend himself. Defend himself against what? A maid could walk the streets naked and unattended, carrying a gold-filled sack, and not have so much as a finger laid upon her. Or are you spreading more lies about angry spirits to sow fear so that you might offer your protection in exchange for a Bugyo's ransom? I've done no such thing. I've merely bid my fellow geomancers aid the city in its time of need. Not once have I asked compensation for what I seek. If anything, it is you who seek to prey on the citizenry's ignorance. Huh. So says the talentless hack who waves his great-grandfather's name around like he does his member. Your lies are growing stale, Kyokuho. Continue spouting them. Not only do you sully our craft, but the very legacy of Grandmaster Kazan. What would he say to this nonsense? Are you even listening to me? Why does no one listen to me? All I desire is to mend my great-grandfather's magics and save Kugane. I do not seek coin. I do not seek fame. Why is that so hard for you to grasp? Gah, we're wasting our time here, Yuna. Let us continue the search for Master Murakumo at the Westerly Shrine. Okay. about cross the bridge. Uh-oh. Master Murakumo, are you hurt? Bond was nearly undone. He tried to, but ah, Kinko, she's here. She's already through. We need to perform the blood ritual. It is the only way. No, I already told you. My great grandfather spurned the spilling of innocent blood to complete the seal, and so have I. Besides, even if we were to conduct the ritual, there's no one to sacrifice. And I shall be the sacrifice, Kyokuho. For the many years since your grandfather passed, my sole purpose has been to find a means to mend Kazan's barrier. It would be the greatest honor knowing that with my death, I might not only save the city, but be granted the opportunity to watch over it for eternity. No! I can't let you die, Master. Listen to what you were saying, Kyokuho. You cannot let me die? I want to do this. It is my decision to make, and mine alone. Let not this selfishness in your heart distract thee from what needs to be done. You're wrong, Master. There must be another way. There's always another way. There's always hope. Right, Yuna? Tell me, how do we save Kugane? Use astrology. Stop focusing on the bonds and look to the fox? What do you mean, Yuna? What she means? I'll tell you exactly what she means. Lady Laveva, why did... Lady Laveva, your powers of observation never cease to amaze me, Kyokuho. It is me, in the flesh, fresh off a galley put into port this very morn. The symposium was a rousing success. The vault quick to realize the benefits my school's wisdom could bring when applied to the rebuilding of Ishgard. It was even decided that several new courses in Charlene astrology were to be taught at the Scholasticate starting next term. And so, with my father's dream fulfilled, I was finally free to pursue whatever I wished. And I wished to learn more of geomancy. So here I am, and not a moment too soon by the looks of it. In the few bells I spent exploring the city for leads as to your whereabouts, I learned much and more about our pretender and his end is nigh advocacy, so I began testing the bonds of this barrier myself. It did not take long to realize that it was Kyoko who was speaking verily, and his detractors, the true pretenders. So, you'll help us mend the bonds? But how? Yuna and I have already tried using energies drawn from the heavens, and that only worked to delay the inevitable. The guardian spirit's strength has grown so great that the only thing that might hold her now is a new barrier, anchored with bonds of lifeblood. But this I cannot allow. As always, Kyokuho, your hasty charge into a difficult answer blinds you from the simple solution. You are right to harness the power of expected benefic, but you fail to grasp its true potential to bring succor. For so long, you have focused on mending your great-grandfather's bonds, when you should have focused on Kinko herself. If her wrath can be quelled, then a barrier will no longer be needed. So, you're saying that if we use the power of the stars to soothe Kinko's wounded heart, we may convince her to stay her attack? Giving you time to relay your your great-grandfather's bloodless bonds. But it will only work if Kinko is weak, and the manifestations of her soul's scars cleansed. Right! So we only need to... Wait, won't attacking Kinko and her spiritual minions simply anger her even more? Before something can be healed, it must first be hurt. It's a sound plan, Kyokuho. And if it turns out you still require a sacrifice, Brother wants to die. Holy shit. There will be no sacrificing tonight, tomorrow, or ever. The stars have foretold our victory and will provide us the strength we need to see our enemy overcome. That's what I like to hear. Follow me then to Kugane Castle. The spirits are certain to be drawn there. I just looked at the quest name, Foxfire. You know what would have been absolute cinema is if the name of the quest was Fox Die. Ugh. The very hills have opened. Oh, save us. Oh, okay. So that's Kinko. Oh, no, that's Tenkanto. Just walked up all those steps for a final showdown at Kugane Castle, and now we have to walk all the way back down to Right. Mouth shut. Kinko will seek to draw our attention away from her by sowing chaos in the streets. Kyokuho, you focus your energies on the fox. Yuna, you make swift work of her angry supplicants. I shall provide you both with support from the rear. Okay, so that's not Kinko. I was about to say, the way they've been going on about Kinko, I thought it was gonna be like a gigantic ass fucking kaiju. Like a fucking Godzilla type shit. Oh, this is Kinko. Oh. Kind of let down. I'm not gonna lie, because again, I thought Kinko was gonna be some fucking like big ass. What? Yeah, I thought wrong though. Hello, Elle. How are we doing today? Thank you. Oh. What am I supposed to be doing about the wrath? Oh, okay. I need to read. That's what I need to do. But yeah, no, thank you for stopping by. Okay. So I need to heal. Okay. And let's heal this. Okay. Oh. Oh, dude. Yokoho is getting fucked up. should have been paying attention. Probably. Alright, that should be good. Yeah, he's a big boy. Okay. And get you out. Oh. Maybe heal myself, too, while we're at it. Oh, that was bright. Did it. Celebratory bridge cigarette. Kinko is calmed. Now lay the bonds and complete your great-grandfather's ritual. It's not just plain Dr. Pepper, it's, strawberries and cream. Goated flavor. I mean, can never go wrong with regular Dr. Pepper, but strawberries and cream Dr. Pepper is amazing. May the rivers of heaven and earth, wind and water flow together as one. May their currents cleanse this land of its impurities and see it ever guarded. Man, I'm kind of low key disappointed. I thought they they had built up Inko to be this like fucking Godzilla scale kaiju, and nope, just a admittedly huge fox, but not a fucking kaiju. Stunned. Together we have saved Kugane, and with it torn down the walls that separated our two schools. This will be a day long remembered. The day a new hope was born. So we just kind of stood on the bridge all night. I don't know how to begin to thank you. Both of you. Normally, I would say this uncharacteristic display of humility is more than enough thanks, but I still require one thing in return for my assistance. A promise that this is not the end. Of course it's not the end. This is just the beginning. A new beginning for both geomancy and astrology. There's so much to be done. First, we'll need to write down all that happened here today. Then I'll need to... So this is Kugane, eh? Not bad. Jean Equinard, what in the seventh heaven's name are you doing here? I explicitly stated in my letter that you were not to follow me. Lady Lefeva, I am disappointed. You of all people should know that you wanted me to stay put. Let's try that again. You, of all people, should know. Had you wanted me to stay put, you should have rather demanded that I come. Yes. Whatever was I thinking? May I say that I am honored to have before me the foremost authorities on astrology. Your display last night taught me there's still much I must learn about my own school. Something I would not have been able to do had I allowed myself to be sacrificed. Kyokuho, I wanted to apo- apo- to apologize. There, I said it. I still despise you and that smirk of yours, but I can see I was mistaken about you. You're being a pretender. You have talents, almost as much as I. You will make a worthy rival. Coming from you, Udoku, I'll take that as a compliment. Lady Lefeva, under any other circumstances, I would be on a bark headed back to Eorzea this very evening to complete my training as an astrologian. But there is something I need to do first. Just as you fought to educate Ishgard of your school, I must do the same here in Kugane with mine. A geomancy unfaithful to the teachings of the masters has poisoned this city for too long. A wise decision. One that was surely not easy for you to make. Take as much time as you need, Kyokuho. See the ship righted. See truth prevail. The stars will guide you back to us when the hour is right. Don't you worry, Lady Lefeva. Give me a few summers, and I'll have an entire army of geomancers trained by yours truly, lining up at your desk. An entire army of Kyokuhos. What? Is that a problem? I was about to say, do I not get a globe? But it's in the copper. Okay, like last time, let's take a quick stop the inn. Oh. Uh... Ooh, wait, hold. Oh. Oh, dude, the Mookla was cute, but oh my god, I love it. That is my... Wait. Wait, this shit kinda gas. Uh... Um... This shit kinda gas. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe change the headgear. Actually, right? Oh, I can't dye it. I can dye the globe for some reason. How do I dye... Or how do I draw... Oh, here we go. I kind of like the... Uh... Um... Oh, I didn't know I got a... Ooh, that's kind of sick. But I'm doing this because I don't have... Terebinth. Yeah. It'll remove the die. At least I hope. No, it didn't. Well. Okay. I like that. You know what? You know what? Yeah. Yeah. I'm rocking with this for Astro. Who else had a job quest? Actually, before we continue, I gotta pee. Be right back. Ugh. We are back. Um... Where... Oh, wait. I know where. Raphael Fellfire. That goes hard. We Hrothgar are quite used to snow and ice, and so we sometimes forget the problems it poses for other races. This morning, a homeless Hjor lad was found lying stone cold in the street. And they came to carry him away. When they came to carry him away, he was frozen solid, like a statue. We're thinking he'd have been more than 20 summers old. We asked the temple knights if there was something we could do, and we were told that they had the perfect assignment for us. Our client this time is Reese of Garland Ironworks. Their founder, Sid Garland, is one of the few Garleans to have turned his back on the Empire, and is a hero to many living under their rule. I wonder if I might have the honor of meeting him in person. At any rate, we must first head to the Sky Steel Manufactory. Well, believe it or not, you are only 1 degree of separation from Sid associating with me. Oh, also, I bought a new gunblade glam. Look at that shit. I hope this gets me to level 70. Cause I want to see the level 70 gunblade shit. Good evening. I take it you are the bodyguard sent by the Temple Knights. There's someone I'd like you to protect. A recently defected Garlean engineer, as it happens. I'll not bore you with the details, but he is to oversee the installation of a cerulean heating system. We're hoping it would avert tragedies like the one that recently occurred in the Broom. Yes, we saw the body being carried away. Terrible sight it was. If this engineer friend of yours needs safe passage here, we'll be glad to help. Unfortunately, the Empire does not take kindly to desertion, especially when the man in question is one of its most highly esteemed scientists. We've received word that a group known as the Alaude have been dispatched to see that he never reaches Ishgard. Godspeed good. I've heard of them. Prisoners offered an opportunity to reduce their sentences through loyal service to Garlemald. By all accounts, they fight like men possessed, desperate to earn their freedom. Worst of all, they are led by Vitus Quo Masala, a man whose cruelty knows no bounds. As a soldier, he reached the rank of pilot prior, but was relegated after butchering a village of innocent civilians, purely to sate his own bloodlust. Even his fellow Garleans were disgusted by these barbaric acts. But that did not to damage his reputation as a skilled warrior equal to Gaius Fen Baelsar himself. During my imprisonment, Vitus Quo Masala came to enlist me. I told him I'd sooner rot in jail than serve under a rabid dog like him. As you can imagine, he was far from pleased with my refusal and tried to persuade me by using my magic collar to administer countless electric shocks. I'll never forget the look in his eyes as he pushed that button over and over. God, Sophie is actually so fucking pretty. Of course, not everyone is as resilient as Radovan. Many who fight for the Alaude, do so against their will, though they're no less deadly for it. By the Fury, if I'd known the dangers involved, I would have called the whole thing off. It's too late now, though. The airship is already on its way to Kurthus. It should soon be arriving at the observatorium. Sadly, we couldn't gain permission to have an Imperial craft dock in the city for matters of security. From the rendezvous point, we'll proceed to the rest of the way on foot. Once we're safely inside the gates of judgment, we can consider the mission a success. Your friend is risking his life for the sake of others. Reese, I give my word that he will reach Ishgard safely. Listen, Sophie. You know as well as I do that the Alaude are as ruthless as they are tenacious. For that reason, I want you to stay behind. You think you can take them on without me there to heal you? Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful to have you by my side. But against foes like that, Yuna and I will struggle to protect you and the engineer. Protect me? Look, Redovan, we protect each other, remember? Or perhaps you see me as nothing but a burden. Fine, have it your way. Not to rush you or anything, but we should get going. I'll meet you at the airship landing on top of the tower. Before we leave, there's something I'd like to make clear. I didn't mean what I said to Sophie. I think she's an excellent conjurer and more than capable of taking care of herself. But this is Vitus Quo Masala we're dealing with, a monster who delights in toying with his prey. I can't let her face that kind of danger. See, Sophie and I have been inseparable ever since we escaped our Garlean captors. When I discovered what had befallen my family, I came close to taking my own life. I might have even gone through with it if Sophie hadn't stopped me. She's lost loved ones too, but has never given up hope. Sophie helped me realize that there's still a place in this world for me. In fact, it was her idea that I became a bodyguard. Although no one will ever replace the family I lost, she helped fill that void in my life and gave me a reason to carry on. If she were here now, she would tell me to stop being such a sentimental old fool, or words to that effect. Anyway, the sooner we finish this assignment, the sooner I can get back there and apologize to her. God damn. That's... Dude. It's some hefty shit. And I love it. I'm here for it. We love Big Big Cat Grandpa. Big Cat Grandpa and his bunny granddaughter. Now that you're here, allow me to introduce the men you will be escorting. Kato Nan Mamula, at your service. Or should that be Kato Mamula now that I'm in Ishgard? Is something the matter? No, it's nothing. Well then, shall we begin? Hmm. You sure it's nothing, Gramps? Okay. The Alaude knew we were coming. Oh, spells. They must have seen that airship from mom's away. I'll stay with the engineer. You go on ahead and draw them out. We'll rendezvous at the camp to the north. Okay. Beefy bastard. God damn it. Or maybe it's just because my current weapon just doesn't hit hard. It's possible. Uh, my new abilities do hit pretty tough, though. That's great. I like that. Some of the Alaude stayed in their hiding places until you passed. One of them got to Reese. He's hurt, but it could have been a lot worse. I'm sorry they caught me by surprise. We've made it this far, but Vitas is still out there. This is just a taste of what the Alaude have in store for us. Our best option is to avoid confrontation altogether. Mamala and I will sneak past them while you and Reese stay behind. The two of us stand a better chance than a group of four. Uh, no, we should stick together. I know how you feel, but sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. You see the sense of this, don't you? We'll meet back in Ishgard. My colleagues will contact me via Link Pearl once Master Mamala has arrived in Ishgard. In the meantime, we should lie low. We don't want to alert the Laude to our presence any more than we already have. Oh, and I'd better get these wounds looked at. Sophie, thank goodness you're all right. You've been gone so long, I came looking for you. I met a few nasty characters on the way here, but I soon sent them packing. Wait, where's Radovin? And that engineer you're supposed to be escorting? You didn't cross paths with them? Kato non Mamala. Oh, the music, though. If the two of them are together, then Radovin never talks to anyone about it, but comes from a place called Bosnia, since the Radovin never talks to anyone about it, but he comes from a place called Bosnia Citadel. It was utterly destroyed in a Garlean experiment gone wrong. In charge of the project were Midas non Garland and his right hand man, Nito non Amala. Radovin's opposition to Bosnia being used as a testing ground where potentially dangerous magitech led to his imprisonment, and his fears were proved correct when the city was obliterated. There's a strong chance that he's planning to exact his revenge. We have to stop him. They're headed west towards Ishgard, yes? We should be able to follow their tracks. There's no time to lose. Dude, the fucking music, though. What? That's not the way to Ishgard. What are you goobers doing? Yeah, it's no wonder. No wonder Sophie didn't run into Radovin. Uh-oh. For my homeland. For my family. Bosia. Yuna. Stay back. This fiend robbed me of everything I held dear. Don't deny me my vengeance. You swore to protect him. I will not beg your forgiveness. However, I ask that you hear my final words. Midas and I knew there were risks involved with the experiment, but we did not foresee that it could fail so catastrophically. I have lived with unending, agonizing guilt ever since. From that day forth, I have sought redemption, a chance to somehow right the wrongs I have committed. That is why I asked Midas' son, Sid, to aid in my defection from Garlemald, that my knowledge and expertise may be put to good use. But I always knew that the sins of my past would return to haunt me. I submit myself to your judgment. Is it just me, or does he look like Colonel Sanders? Probably the facial hair. Does the word of a gunbreaker mean nothing? Actually, I should have gone with the gold fights option. Because my whole thing is about. Well, mine and Yuna's whole thing is about, like, you know, honoring our fallen loved ones. So, and, not that gold fights is a fallen loved one, but remembering the past, honoring the past is my honor as a gunbreaker, as a man. I've thrown it all away. But I meant specifically in Yuna's case, fallen loved ones. We're the last of us now. Uh-oh. You want us to kill him now, sir? No. The old goat can wait. It's the prowling lion I want. Yes, your head will make a fine trophy. Is Mamala alright? Where's Radovin? Wandered off? But we've still got a job to do. And I dread to think what might have happened if you hadn't stopped him. Come on, Yuna. With or without Radovin, we still have a job to do. Let's get Mamala to Ishgard. After the trouble you had After the trouble you had reaching Camp Dragonhead, I'm pleasantly surprised that the Alaude kept away from us for the remainder of the journey. Yes, fortunate indeed. All's well that ends well, as the saying goes. One thing still troubles me, though. If that Vitus Quo Masala is as ruthless as you say, I doubt the walls of Ishgard will deter him from pursuing his target. As such, Master Mamla will be closely guarded until we can be certain it's safe. Yes, it would be it would be a shame if I were kept from fulfilling my obligations. I hope that the next time we meet, I shall have glad tidings to share. We managed to get Mamla here unharmed, but in doing so, we've lost sight of Radovin. It could be anywhere by now. But we've been through too much for me to turn my back on him now. He decides to get his act together, he knows where to find me. Until then, we'd better be on the lookout for the Alaude. I doubt we've seen the last of them. Oh, man. So close. Let's move on. I'm not gonna try to squeeze out some XP for one more quest. As you can see, Sid has yet to fully recover from his bout with Sir Umpain, and there's no telling how much more time he will require. My quest will brook no delay. If we must seek out another soul in need of succor without their assistance, then so be it. Do you agree? Then we are of one mind. Now then, where shall we begin our search? War is perhaps the greatest source of man's misery. So much death and destruction. Battlefield maps. Yes. The slaughter you bore witness to at Castrum Oriens is precisely that of which I speak. A tragedy which tore apart the lives of every man and woman it touched. My mind is made up. That is where we must go. If I had it my way, I'd not let you out of my sight. But, again, it's your soul crystal at stake. I'm only here to help you reclaim your ether. If you think you can look after him by yourself, then by all means. As for me, I think I've finally regained enough strength to make the journey back to Ishgard. When you finished in Girabanya, come and find us at the Forgotten Night. You know what's sad is I don't think Mist is ever gonna offer to help uh, us. I don't see that's how the quest goes down. So it's like, oh, I'm dying to have one more word with um well, the man before Harshafant. Uh and Harshafant as well, but so it's like I'm dying to have a word with them, but I also don't want to ask for help. Astrum Organs. How it buzzes with life. So many brave soldiers resolve to do their duty, no matter the cost. But have no doubt there will be a cost, and it will be most high, for no man is beyond the reach of fate. Death will not be denied. This place, this place, it weighs on me. Anywhere but here I would search. I do like that explanation though. Like, again, it could just be that, like, it's really just because from a game development standpoint, it's like, how do you make such a personalized, like, how do you do that for every player, right? Because every player is going to have their own backstories they make and lore they headcanon NPCs they attach to. So, but my my idea is that, it's just because I don't ask for help. I never ask for help. I'm always the one to help, not to be helped. Oh my god, this shit's red. Oh. Uh. Hold on. Hmm. Okay. Oh, I like that. Um, to share the fire. Would stand to greet you, stranger, but my legs, my eyes, the whole of me is not what it once was. Yuna. I know that name and that voice. My Ralger, you're still alive. Praise him, praise him. Who is this man on the verge of death? Is he your friend? Nay, nay, though I am flattered that you would think so. This woman made medicine for me long ago, at the behest of Captain Meffred, when we were still in Quarry Mill. If I'd kept it all for myself, I'd have made a full recovery. But I couldn't. I had a dear friend, you see, and so I made a choice. He got better. I didn't. Ended up working for the Griffin, he did. As a right-hand man, even. But, like all the rest who went to the wall, he never came back. The irony of it, that I'd be the one to outlive them all. If only for a little while. So I sit here and await the reckoning, as I rot from the inside out. The husk of the freedom fighter I aspired to be. No, no! This is not the ending you deserve. I will not allow it. The man he spoke of, the one whose life he chose to save the cause of his own, that man is proof of his nobility. If he were here... Do you wish to see him again? Your dear friend? Odart? Aye, more than anything. There's no point in praying for the impossible. He died with the rest, I'm sure of it. He's the Griffin's double, and one of his top commanders besides. You're a kind boy, you are, and I'm grateful for the company in these twilight hours, but there's no need to trouble yourself further. My time's nearly spent. And spend the remainder thinking of better days, Galleon, not dwelling on the deaths of me and mine. Strike me down. Hodart! No, no, it can't be. This is not more than a trick, an illusion, a lie. But even if it is a lie, hear me, Hodart. I have a favor to ask of you. One final favor for a dying fool. Turn to the Reach, to Bloodstorm. Offer a prayer to our brothers there. I will, Galleon. You have my word. We should talk. Outside. To Mefred and Garlean, you were larger than life. I always wanted to meet you, and here we are. Though, I reckon this doesn't really count, does it? Only I could go back and tell myself what a blind, bloody fool I was to place my trust in the Griffin. Maybe then, Gallian wouldn't be dying alone. Listen, he hasn't got much time. I'll lead the way. The wilds between here and the Reach aren't too dangerous, but as you can see, I'm unarmed, so I'll not be any good to you in a fight. Nor will I fear. We have to rely solely on you for protection. I gotcha. I've no doubt you can keep us safe. You're the bleeding warrior of light, after all. Let's be off. Oof. Yeah, you back off, bitch. Oh, looking pretty rough. Oh, okay, never mind. Strong as ever, eh? Stronger even than you were that day, I reckon. Say that when the Griffin's men realized you were coming to stop them, the group panicked and unsure. How could they take up arms against a woman hailed as a hero, Eorzea? A hero who had personally intervened in their lives for the better. Some stood their ground and died there for it, I imagine, while others looked the other way and tried to find some more Imperials to kill. I pray I wasn't foolish enough to try and fight you. I owed you better. You good there? Hodart? Hodart, speak to me. I'm fine, I just got dizzy all of a sudden. You have to hurry, do you hear me? You have to make it to the Reach. Made a promise. The Galleon will not fail you, brother. It cannot be the distance. You haven't traveled far enough yet. man's memories not outlive him. I told you, he hasn't got much time, and neither do I. I'll hold on as long as I can, but in the end, it's not up to me. So close. Udar, you must go on. You must make Galleon whole. Remember, Hodar. Don't you think I know that? He, he saved my life, and well, Bill went and died for naught. For naught. All we ever wanted was to go home. Oh, Kami, wait. I don't know the rhythm that this is supposed. O come ye wayward brothers, bereft of hearth and home. Beneath yon burning star there lies a haven for the bold. Raise up your hands and voices that fill your hearts with pride. Above the churning waters we stand strong and unified. We can still go home. Even now, after everything we have done, we can still go home. Oh, no. Ooh, something tells me he fell and would not rise. Began to shake and it was so close. He could have made it. He should have made it. How cruel the gods to tempt us with the promise of redemption. We did not fail. They failed us. They failed us. I... Forgive me. Forgive me. My failure is my own. I had my chance, and I squandered it. Reclaim that which was yours. It is not finished. Not yet. You will come and pray with me. Wow. um... Wow. What good are prayers to the dead? They have not ears to listen, nor eyes to see, or hearts to console. Naught remains of them save fleeting recollections soon lost to time and to the abyss. We are left only with pain, a lingering sadness for names and faces consigned to oblivion. How are we to withstand this relentless onslaught which threatens to consume us? Is there no truth but this, that all men must die? Is this our world to suffer, or to shape? The world is what we make of it. I by my sword. That is my truth. Indeed, we are only bound by the god's law by choice. We cannot save everyone, can we? Sometimes it is all we can do to save ourselves. Does any of it matter? What, if aught, have we wrought by our own hands? One last time. I gave you my word, and I mean to keep it. But know this, every intervention has come at a cost, a sacrifice. When I have finished, naught will remain of me. But it does not have to be. For all our faults, for all our failures, we have made a difference. All the lives we have shattered, we can make them come together again. Time and death, our true enemies, need hold no power over us. I can make a place for you in my world. You need only ask. We should go back to Ishgard. Must miss Sid and Riel. Oh, who said I jumped past? Yuna. I pray your trip to Garabania was productive. I'm sorry to hear that. I mean, I am glad you reclaimed more of your ether. I but wish the circumstances hadn't been so depressing. For Mist's sake. We shall have to see how he is feeling when he returns. No, as far as I'm aware, he has yet to return to Ishgard. He certainly isn't here, as you can see. Oh, God damn it, don't tell me he decided to run away. Just when I was beginning to trust the little bastard. No, I could still be wrong. He's earned a little trust. A few days worth, no more. What's this? Games E10 and Centauro. Uh, An artist covered in bills showing the details of wanted monsters. Follow Artelane's advice and pick any level and click. Okay. Cool. I'll do that later. Now that I know that that's its own thing. Who else? Add. Should I do... I kind of want to do a little... I want to do some MSQ. The, the sub-level 30 jobs I will do on my own time. And I am switching to ninja for now because, as you can see, samurai is level 70. And, you know, I don't want to be too overpowered. I'm glad to see that you two put thought into your garments, given the covert nature of our activity. Oh, is that because I have ninja equipped? That's awesome. That's so cool. I should think my reason's obvious. To enter the village while wearing the garb of the shinobi would be beyond reckless. Though you may tempt fate, that is your want. We shall pose as traveling merchants, Yuna as our leader, and we as her assistants. Are there any objections? I'm not really the merchant type, but if you think this is the best way to go about, I'll trust you. And without further ado, let us begin. Aren't you the one who came with the general? No? I see. My mistake. It warms my heart to see traveling merchants in Namai again. Though the Imperials never sealed our borders, folks like you have taken to avoiding Yansha ever since the rebellion. Unfortunately, that has only made it harder for us to survive. You may have noticed, but we lack for a great many things. It's not much better before, true, but it's only gotten worse. Hey, Jack. Foreign peddlers. In Namai? Whatever it is you sell, I have no money to buy. Perhaps you should go elsewhere. Saying that, I know of no village in Yansha that has fared any better. Once I would have directed you to the samurai lords of Munzen, had they not all died in battle or in the purges. There's the Doman Enclave, of course, but that lies beyond the Dirium Moon Gates. Needless to say, the Imperials are disinclined to let any but their own pass. Whoa! I don't know what noise I just made, but this guy's cool. Masatsuchi, a traveling merchant. With me, perchance? Better not to know when I have so little coin. I feel your eyes upon me. You know not the Lupin. Surely you have not been long in Yansha, else you would. For generations we served the lords of Doma, compassionate and wise as they were. But the memories of such time fade with every passing day, as others will tell you. Dude! We have the Hrothgar, why can't we have the Lupin as well? You? A merchant. Forgive me my skepticism, but you strike me less a woman of commerce, and more a common sellsword. It does little to assuage my doubts, and if anything makes me clutch my coin purse tighter. I had to. I stand corrected. Such a warm and cordial nature you possess. I pray you forgive me my earlier rudeness. It's been some time since the viceroy came to our village to purge it of insurgents. Those who resisted suffered terribly, and those who did not fared little better. We who remain no better than to risk our ire. If the Imperials demand laborers, we comply. If they demand conscripts to send as soldiers to other provinces, we obey. Ours is a difficult life with little in the way of luxuries. I know not what you sell, merchant, but I doubt that I, or anyone else here, can afford it. Yuna, what have you learned? Flat broke. Lisa and I encountered much of the same. I've been pushed beyond the brink. That's a little nicer than how I put it, but yeah. I expected frustration and disillusionment, but not so much that they would come to question the wisdom of opposing imperial rule in the first place. Unless we can convince him otherwise, I fear I cannot convince Lord Hien to return. And without him... Oh. Hmm. Let us not yet lose hope. Though the situation in Namai is bleak, mayhap it is not so elsewhere. I wish to speak with others outside the village. Lisa and I will look for farmers in the patios to the east. Yuna, I ask that you look to the south. Surely they cannot give up all. Surely they cannot all have given in to despair. Okay. Yeah, that's not the way. I'm gonna go this way. Oh. gods. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you. If you hadn't come along, I don't know what I would have done. What am I doing out here? Oh, looking for flowers. I need some for my parents' graves. Once my brother and I usually bring her yellow because it was my mother's favorite color. You haven't seen any, have you? Okay, that was a little cleaner than, um, this other, but only yellow ones will do. Mother wouldn't have wanted anything else. Ah, you found some. Thank you so much, miss. It's twice you saved me now. Um, if you would have, if you have some time to spare, maybe you could come with me. I'm sure mother and father would want to meet the woman who showed me such kindness. Buried them off on a cliff to the west of the village. There's a path through the terraces. Show you. Yeah, I think I'm a little low. Uh, mm, how long have been 3 hours. I'm actually thinking about calling it pretty soon. This is just back where I was. Oh, that's cool. That was a cool effect. We're here. Just give me a moment to put down the flowers and I'll introduce you. I'd love to meet travelers and hear tales of faraway places. Maybe you could tell them one about your homeland. Asami! Asami! Are you there? Asami! What in the... You should not be here. Get away from my sister. Don't be so rude. She saved me from monsters, brother. She even helped me pick flowers for mother and father. Go back to the village. Now. You're scaring me. I said go. Stay inside and lock the door until I return. Don't think me ungrateful. My sister is the only family I have. Saved her, then thank you. But it changes nothing. I asked you to leave, and now I'm asking you again. I'm not going to report you to the Imperials or anything stupid like that. It's too dangerous for you to stay here. So please, I'm begging you, just leave us alone. Is that really what you want? How many times do I have to tell you? If they find you here, we're the ones he'll punish, and it'll be 1,000 times worse than before. My mother and father believed in the rebellion. They left to fight for Lord Cayenne. We came home on a cart driven by Imperial soldiers. The soldiers demanded that the families of the insurgents present themselves, or else they'd burn the whole village to the ground. So we did. What choice do we have? Hello? Funny little Charmander. Spin. Is that actually what it's called? Oh, no. It'd be cute if it was. They beat us in the village square. With their hands, with sticks, with anything. They kicked us while we lay on the ground, begging for mercy. They made us denounce my mother and father, call them fools, call them traitors, say they deserved to die. I heard them laugh, but I dared not look up. One leaned close and whispered in my ear what he'd do to my sister if they... Ugh. Ugh. If they had to come back. Ugh. They're gone, but they're never far. All it takes is the wrong word in the wrong ear, and they'll return. Then I'll have to dig another grave. If I'm lucky. Whatever you came to do here, whatever you came here to do, leave us out of it. If you want to fight the Imperials, go and fight them on your own. You can't help us. No one can. This is all we've got. So please, don't take it from us. god. You were come at a good time, Yuna. We but recently completed our inquiries. What of yours? I I was not aware of these events. The boy, Lisa, he told you all of this? Such disgraceful, despicable crimes. If I knew the men responsible, I would not hesitate to hunt them down and... Forgive me, that outburst was unbecoming. The more I learn of the Imperial's actions in my absence, the more difficult I find it to marshal my emotions. Lord Han have foreseen this, that our people's spirits would be broken so. Though at first I scoffed at his pronouncement, it feels all too possible now that he might resolve to surrender himself. Despite everything we have seen and learned, I refuse to renounce this cause. We should return to the House of the Fierce and consult with our comrades. Perhaps together we might... Did you hear that? Quickly, we must find a place to hide. I didn't hear anything, but... I've lost my grandchild. Please, help me search for him. He was right next to me until a short while ago. I cannot believe I lost sight of him so easily. He was asking a lot of questions about the One River. Perhaps he went there searching for something. Though I truly hope that is not the case. I've heard that a group of Lupin looters roam the area of late. They search along the One River for my grandson. I shall continue to look for him there. For him here. Okay.
Imperials.
Why are you milling about like a pack of slack-jawed mongrels? Form a line! Now! Finally. I come before you today to deliver an announcement of the highest import. So listen well. While on a charitable mission to Isari village, the acting viceroy and her personal guard came under attack from Confederate forces. This brazen, unconscionable act cannot and will not go unanswered. As loyal subjects of the Empire, who enjoy her safety and prosperity, you have a duty to defend her as well. There is no cause for alarm. We have no intention of sending ill-trained fodder to the front line. Those who are selected will be expected to perform rudimentary tasks, cleaning and maintenance and so forth. You will serve only as long as you are needed. Afterwards, you'll be free to return to your homes. You first.
The Empire has no pressing need of cleaners. This is but a thinly veiled attempt to intimidate those who supported the Confederacy's actions, and isolate any whose loyalty they already suspect.
And lastly, you. That should suffice for now.
Don't worry, I will be back before you know it. Listen to the elders while I'm away, and do not play outside the village. Everything is going to be fine. I love you, all right? Remember that I love you.
I have a sneaking suspicion that something's not great is going to happen to him.
Rest assured that this will all be over very soon, once the Confederacy has been made to pay our own ruby tithe.
Those two were out in
No telling what might happen to those people. We have to help them.
they were out in the fucking open. Like,
And we shall, but before all else, we must needs ascertain their destination. I doubt this is the first village the Garleans have visited, nor is it like to be the last. I will track these men. Will you help me? Pray return to our headquarters and tell the others what you saw here. Should we have need of reinforcements, I would know that they are ready.
But I should be going with you. I came here to fight!
Soon enough, Lise, soon enough. For now, we must proceed with caution.
good stretch.
I know that, I do. It's just, when I saw them rounding those people up... Look, if anything happens, anything at all, you'd better call for us. I mean it, Yugiri. Anything at all.
I'm thinking in about 15 minutes, we will call it quits. Yeah. Regardless of what the officer claimed, I fear they have crueler designs for these people. With me, Yuna. We must hurry. Okay. So it's a bit further out than the main quest. That's fine. We can swoop. We can swoop it up. Given the circumstances, we must make every effort to refrain from needless violence. Here. It is a shinobi's tool for when a more discreet approach is required. Use it with these darts. They are coated with an alchemical reagent that induces deep sleep. There are soldiers patrolling ahead. Were circumstances different, we could engage them directly, but for the villagers' sake, we dare not risk it. We will use our blowguns to incapacitate them. For a shinobi such as you, this should prove no challenge. Nevertheless, practice is in order. I love all the job-specific dialogue references. It never fails to impress me. There, the soldier, like all the Azure Dragoon ones in Heaven's Word, and now all the shit with Ninja. There's probably a lot more ninja specific dialogue that I missed just because I was running Samurai. But there, the soldier on the hill below. Take aim and fire. If the dart finds its mark, it should fall within moments. Oh. That's fun. Well done, my friend. Now give me your map. There is a vantage point from which you may observe and fire upon the other soldiers. Worry not. I shall be with you every step of the way, keeping watch for other patrols. We shall speak again on the other side of the river. What? Oh. Hey, buddy. I was about to say, this shit's almost like, uh... Ooh. Long range. It's like using the trank gun in any Metal Gear Solid game. The last Imperial soldier crumples to the ground to sleep. And here I come blasting through with my motorcycle. Where's... I can fight you. Grandfather is looking for me, you say? But I cannot go back just yet. Still searching for that which was taken from me. I was minding my own business, gathering mugworts, when some nasty lupin stole them right out of my hands. Would you ask the lupin if they would give me back my plants? I'll find them on the other side of the river. Oh, lucky for you, I was just headed that way. I'll do this first and then meet with Gary. You would have us return some insignificant child's mugworts? Do not make me laugh. This whole area belongs to us, including any plants that may happen to be plucked by a child of man. Okay. We'll turn these. Then then get back to you, Gary. Oh, thank you so much. I was trying to collect the plants to make some medicine. I read about it in one of my grandfather's botanistic books. There's so many sick people in the village. I just wanted to help. There's one more thing I need for the medicine. Waterweed. I tried to fish some out of the river earlier with a pole. I didn't have much luck. Did you get some for me? Sure. You, you tried to fish this out? Brother. Yeah, get going, kid. Alrighty. Excellent work, Yuna. You appear to be none the wiser. Villages are being held in the castrum to the south, Luminous. Once it was the base of operations for the Garlean occupation, until 10 or so years ago when they relocated to Doma Castle. Now the castrum serves as little more than a storage facility. I spiced 2 sentries near the gate. As you've proven yourself to have impeccable aim, I would ask you to incapacitate them. This very hill should afford you a clear shot. I saw them moving. I was like, who, what are they? But it's the Lupin. Oh, just 2? So I spy 1. So what was that about impeccable aim? Fine work, Yuna. Opera would be proud. Way's clear. Let us move closer and see what has become of the villagers. Sir, the on from the other villages are assembled for inspection. Very good. I will address them personally. Attention! Shortly, we'll all be transported to the facility on the distant shore. Your duties, as you have been previously informed, will be rudimentary in nature. More specifically, you will be tasked with the repair and maintenance of various arms and armaments, as well as Magitech devices. Magitech? But we're farmers. We don't know the first thing about Magitech. Take us months, if not years, to learn how to do that kind of work. The material in question was damaged when your kith and kin rose up in rebellion. Therefore, you bear responsibility for its repair. If you cannot perform your duties, you will learn how. And if you cannot learn how, then your villages may find themselves at the mercy of the Confederacy and other radical elements. Is that what you want? Deal with this rabble. I'm needed at the castle. This is no temporary measure. Those men and women will die in servitude. Once they are taken to the other facility, it will be too late. If we are to intervene, we must do so now. Agreed? Then let us be about it. Yeah, I'm gonna call it there. I'd be done for the day. But I probably could have just gone to the Kukane Inn, but you know, it's fine, it's whatever. So, no, I just saw it. I put my arms up behind my head to stretch, and so did Yuna. I'm gonna take it slower on streams going forward. I'm thinking Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. So like three a week, and then it's like a 1 day buffer, except for between Thursday and Sunday, obviously. I just got burned out, is all. Burned out, bummed out. Pissed off, frankly. I'm just not raking it. Can't get any views, man. I'm not, but it's whatever. It's whatever. Just happened to myself. Anyway. Enough moaning. I'll see you Tuesday.